there.
No, it's to be more iconic. Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish. Sounds easy. It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis-Windsor, Democrat primary in Georgia. Fox's Colonel Scott reports.
Democracy 24. Now, the latest from Fox News headlines 24/7.
Willis will get past her primary challenger, Christian Wise Smith, and will face Republican Courtney Kramer in this November's general election. Willis is still the prosecutor of record in the Georgia election interference case against former President Donald Trump, and is the top prosecutor in the county that went heavily for President Biden in 2020. Courtney Kramer does have connections to backers of the former president in Georgia and has claimed on social media that Willis is using her office for political lawfare. Kramer says it was the former president's indictment that fueled her decision to challenge Willis. Colonel Scott, Fox News.
A new court filing revealing more details about the FBI's raid of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in 2022, and it may shock you. Fox's Kevin Quirk explains.
An operations order produced in discovery as part of Special Counsel Jack Smith's investigation into the former president's alleged improper retention of classified records revealed that the FBI believed its objective for the Mar-a-Lago raid was to seize classified information, NDI, and government records as described in the search warrant. Here's where things get very interesting. The order, according to a court filing, contained a policy statement regarding the use of deadly force, which stated, for example, law enforcement officers of the DOJ may use deadly force when necessary. According to the filing, the DOJ and FBI agents plan to bring standard issue weapons, ammo, handcuffs, and medium and large size bolt cutters.
Trump is charged with withholding classified documents after he left office. Former President Trump's campaign announces he's now accepting crypto, becoming the first major party nominee to do so. Campaign's contribution led to say,
Man, this climbing so fucking in a hurry. I'm sorry, but you're not gonna behave that way towards me. I don't let you get away with anything, you know? Just because you have a disability, that's no excuse to let you do whatever the fuck you want.
You are listening to the Howard Jarvis Radio Show from the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. I'm Susan Kelly, Vice President of Communications, here with Jonathan Hall, President of HKCA, and this is a number of this organization. This is a number
in Gaza as near collapse. The nation's water utilities are facing more frequent and severe cyber attacks. Fox Business Network's Jeff Locke reports.
These attacks have been springing up increasingly around the country. You know, the infrastructure for water a little different than electricity and gas. Those tend to be, big companies. These are small municipal affairs, and, they got small budgets. A lot of times they're automated. My dad used to be the water commissioner in a small New Jersey town. He actually measured chemicals and took tests. Now that's all automated, and that means it's on the internet, which makes it then vulnerable. According to the EPA, 70% of all of the water systems around the country are not meeting standards to fight off cyber attacks, and so they're increasingly vulnerable.
12 minutes past the hour, time for your Fox Business. Here's Ginny Casola.
Your shrinking drugstore options. I'm Ginny Casola with the Fox News Headlines Business Update. CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid are all closing hundreds of stores. They're finally shrinking their footprint as shoppers buy more things online and from discount stores. Walmart, Aldi, and other discount grocers and dollar stores are selling many of the same types of items at lower prices. And Sephora stores offer skincare and beauty products. The analytics company Retail Stat, which tracks 15 pharmacy chains, tells the Wall Street Journal there were about 3,000 fewer drugstores open for business at the start of this year, compared with the same period in 2019. CVS says its recent store store closures represent about 10% of the company's total footprint. Business news twice an hour on Fox News Headlines 24/7. I'm Jim Zola.
Judy, thanks. Fox News Audio has launched the Fox Business Rundown podcast this week. It's an overview of what's trending in business news. Go to foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever podcasts are found. Listen twice a week on Mondays and Fridays. Coming up next are Fox Weather and Times.
Hey folks, I have great news. You can now donate your car and help support Tunnel to Towers. The process is quick and simple, and the proceeds from your generous car donation will go to support the good work that T2T is doing throughout our community. Plus, you benefit by getting a nice tax deduction, and you avoid the hassle of trying to sell an old car. So if you have an extra car and you want to help Tunnel to Towers to help our dedicated veterans, just call 888-980-VETS, or you can donate your car online at todaysveterans.org. That number again to donate your car and support Tunnel to Towers is 888-980-VETS. That's 888-980-VETS. Or simply go online at todaysveterans.org. Any car is accepted, and they'll pick it up for free. Your car donation really does make a difference. So go online at todaysveterans.org or call 888-980-VETS and donate your car today.
Your Fox Weather. On Wednesday, heavy showers and thunderstorms expected to erupt across parts of the Southern Plains, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, and interior portions of the Northeast. In the upper Midwest, a storm will bring rain showers in parts of northern Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the western portions of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. In the Northwest, the storm will bring rain and mountains, snow in Oregon, Washington, and the Rockies. Spotty showers in South Florida tomorrow morning.
Keeping you informed with headlines every 15 minutes. America is listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7.
Fox News, I'm Tom Regani. This from the defense is testifying on Donald Trump post-money trial. Fox's 18 reports.
Trump himself did not testify in the trial. His son Don Jr. said today outside the courthouse it would have made no sense with how unfair the trial has been in his view.
Closing arguments are expected in 1 week. Trump is charged with moving from counsel falsifying business records in an attempt to cover up an alleged affair before the 2016 election. So lawmakers are expressing concerns over potential blackouts throughout the U.S. this summer. Fox's Aisha Hospital reports from Capitol Hill.
In recent years, demand for electricity has spiked thanks to manufacturing, Bitcoin mining, a move in artificial intelligence, and a push for electric vehicles.
Lawmakers are also expressing concerns over the threat of cyber attacks that could impact the grid. America's listening to Fox News.
Fox News Headlines 24/7. Keeping you informed with headlines every 15 minutes. America is listening to Fox News Headlines 24/7.
This is Sirius XM satellite radio.
I was afraid to cut the cord, but once I did, I couldn't believe it took so long to do it. Paying too much for my cable bill had become a bad habit. I either wasn't getting what I wanted or never knew where to find any of my favorite shows until it was too late. Plus, the prices just kept going up. Thankfully, I discovered a new way to watch called Philo. For just $25 a month, I can catch all my favorite shows on networks like BET, MTV, and TLC. It even has Nickelodeon for my kids. I can watch anytime I want, anywhere I want. Plus, Philo lets me have up to 3 streams at once, so everyone can watch what they want at the same time. Throw in the unlimited DVR that saves all my favorites for up to a year, and this really is the best deal of TV. I just wish I hadn't waited so long. Sound too good to be true? Well, try it out for yourself, and you'll see why people who love TV love Philo. Go to philo.tv, that's philo.tv, and start your 7-day free trial now.
This portion of Fox News Headlines 24/7 is brought to you by GmailAir.com. Ready to travel? Book flights, hotels, cars, and more. Visit GmailAir.com/SiriusFast.
been drinking before nearly crashing into another armored vehicle. Panel reconvenes Friday to hear witnesses. A top Biden administration official agrees to testify before Congress. Fox's Ryan Schmelz has details.
A House GOP source confirms to Fox News Radio Attorney General Merrick Garland will testify before the House Judiciary Committee on June 4th. This comes as that same committee voted to hold Garland in contempt of Congress for not handing over the audio recordings of President Biden's interview with Special Counsel Robert Hur, who led the investigation into the president's mishandling of classified documents. Republicans believe the recordings could be helpful in their impeachment inquiry into President Biden. The full House still needs to vote on holding the Attorney General in contempt. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
President Biden is joining an effort with Senate Democrats to revive a border bill.
The president spoke with House Speaker Mike Johnson and Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell on Monday about passing a stalled border agreement negotiated by a group of Senate Democrats and Republicans. That proposal was blocked by Republicans months ago at the urging of former President Trump. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer intends to put it up for a vote again this week, a vote that is likely to fail. In a statement, the White House says President Biden reiterated congressional Republicans should stop playing politics and make the country safer. In Washington, Jared Howard, Fox News.
Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources will hear today about the increasing demand for electrical power across America and the challenges this proposed. Chairman Joe Manchin, for his own says the U.S. must make investments in energy grid expansion.
We can't be open for business if we can't keep the lights on. If America can't build the energy infrastructure needed to support these industries with reliable, affordable power, we will be forfeited the opportunity to be on the forefront of technologies of the future and cede control to China and other nations that we cannot necessarily trust.
The Biden administration has been pushing for new spending in electric vehicles and green energy technology. A federal judge has dismissed the felony convictions of 5 retired military officers who admitted to accepting bribes from the Malaysian contractor nicknamed Fat Leonard. The government requested the dismissal, citing prosecutorial errors. Fat Leonard pleaded guilty to offering more than $500,000 in cash bribes, along with other gifts and wild sex parties in Southeast Asia to Navy officials, defense contractors, and others. Well, coming up, we're going to take you out to Hollywood and find out what's trending in the world of entertainment. Michelle Polino is that for us next, right here. Fox News Headlines 24/7.
It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Mad Dog Russo. Hear the passion. Be aggressive. Hear the knowledge. The game, folks, is about 2 plays. Hear the personality. Get somebody on the radio. Mad Dog Unleashed. Weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern. Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
We're constantly making promises to ourselves to live healthier. We're going to exercise more, eat right, and drink right. Well, isn't it time you start thinking about your water? Drinking right starts with Aquasana. Aquasana water filters give you immediate access to cleaner, healthier, extraordinary water. Water that's odor-free and tastes great. Aquasana water filters remove chlorine, PFAS, bacteria, and other impurities you don't want and leave you with the beneficial minerals you do want, like potassium and calcium. It's so good you'll notice an immediate difference in every drop of pure, delicious water. So whether you're washing vegetables or enjoying a post-workout shower, protect your whole home from contaminants with an Aquasana water filter. After all, healthy living starts with healthy water. Visit aquasana.com and use promo code SXN to get up to 50% off select systems. That's AQUASANA.com. Promo code SXN for up to 50% off. Aquasana. Better water, better you.
I'm Michelle Polino. Actress Riley Keough, the granddaughter of Elvis Presley, is fighting plans to publicly auction off his Graceland estate in Memphis, Tennessee, after her company tried to sell the property based on claims that a loan using the King of Rock and Roll's former home as collateral was not repaid. However, a Memphis judge blocked the sale after Keough sought a temporary restraining order and filed a lawsuit. Promenade Trust, which is now in Keough's hands, controls the Graceland Museum. Nosany Investments and Private Lending said the late Lisa Creek Presley owes $3.8 million after failing to repay a 2018 loan. Keough inherited the trust and ownership of the home after the death of her mother. Keough claims the foreclosure auction is fraudulent, filed a counter lawsuit to stop the fraud. Prince Harry denied include allegations against the owner of the Sun tabloid in a privacy lawsuit filed against the paper. The decision by Judge Timothy Fancourt in the High Court in London was a mixed ruling for the Duke of Sussex in one of his 3 major invasion of privacy lawsuits. Fancourt rejected several of Harry's proposed amendments, but he also allowed the prince to add allegations against other journalists and private investigators that he claims used unlawful means to snoop on him. But Fancourt said allegations that Sun owner Rupert Murdoch turned a blind eye to wrongdoing added nothing meaningful to claims made against news group newspapers. The judge said some of Harry's efforts to blame other executives were to further a political agenda. Murdoch also owns Fox News here in the U.S. And the Mark Wahlberg, Mel Gibson aviation thriller Flight Risk has a premiere date. The film, directed by Gibson, will land in theaters October 18th. In the film, Wahlberg plays a balding and psychotic mob hitman who tricks federal agents into allowing him to pilot a plane carrying an informant out of a remote area. That's what's trending in Hollywood. Chuckling of Fox News.
In New York, I'm Tom Regani, Fox News Headlines, 24/7. We'll back out to Hollywood. Authorities are investigating how Friends star Matthew Perry received the supply of ketamine that killed him. Los Angeles police are working with the DEA and the U.S. Postal Inspection Service looking into why the 54-year-old actor had so much of the drug in his system. The amount of ketamine was listed as a primary cause of death. Coroners, investigators that he was undergoing ketamine infusion therapy. This could be used as a treatment for depression, anxiety, and pain. There's a dispute over a claim that Elvis Presley's mansion in Graceland could be auctioned off as early as this week to pay off a loan taken out by his only daughter. Fox's Steve Harrigan reports.
I'm all shook up. A firm called Nosney Investments, which does not have a website or a working phone number, claims it loaned Lisa Marie Presley $3.8 million and received the deed to Graceland as collateral. But the supposed loan was never repaid before she died in 2023. Elvis's granddaughter, Riley Keough, now owns Graceland. She says there was no such loan, and the documents, including her mother's signature, are frauds. She adds that even the notary public cited in the court papers denies ever taking part. There's been a temporary restraining order on any potential sale issued on Monday and a permanent injunction scheduled for Wednesday. That's going to be a hearing to stop it entirely.
The home was purchased in 1957 and has been a tourist attraction since 1982. About 600,000 people go to the Memphis attraction each year, including our own Tanya J. Powers. A Virginia man bought a $10,000 a month scratcher and then spotted a penny in the parking lot of the mini mart where he bought it. And when he got home, he used that same penny to scratch off the ticket and won the grand prize of $10,000 a month for the next 10 years. Tim Clardy opted to choose a one-time lump sum payment of $100,000. According to the Virginia State Lottery, it should be noted that it would have been a winning ticket if he used a different coin.
This is Fox on Justice. Vehicle thefts in the U.S. hit a record high in 2023, with more than 1 million vehicles stolen. The National Insurance Crime Bureau says a big part of the problem is lack of enforcement. You see that play out across the DMV. Since the pandemic, D.C. has seen a 170% increase in car thefts. Maryland, a 108% increase, but Virginia, a fraction, with an increase of just 32%. David Law, the CEO of the National Insurance Crime Bureau, says the first two have loosened bail laws.
They're getting released on no cash bail generally, and all of those policies are saying to criminal enterprises, it's okay to commit crime, or we are more flexible on these type of crime. We're focused on violent crime, but property crime, there isn't as much of a deterrent effect. And criminal organizations look at this and those vulnerabilities as money makers.
But there have been bail reform efforts around the country, making this a nationwide problem. I'm Madison Allworth, Fox Business.
Emily Campagno, and this is the Fox True Crime Podcast, bringing you closer to the story than you ever thought possible. Subscribe at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you download podcasts. These are the stories that keep you up at
healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough: our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with the human health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code ALERT or text ALERT to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text ALERT to 511-511. Morning Kick. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
Fox Weather.
I'm Fox Weather meteorologist Steve Bender. Here's the latest from America's Weather Center. We've watched brutal weather and violent weather tear through the Midwest through Tuesday afternoon and evening. Sadly, 1 confirmed dead in Iowa in Adams County because of a confirmed tornado. Then we look at other spots like Greenfield, which is in Adair County. They took the brunt of those storms. It looks like most of the entire town was leveled because of that. Now, these violent storms are anticipated for the upper Midwest overnight, and then tomorrow we have another risk that stretches again for the Midwest and all the way into the Ohio Valley region. It's the heart of the severe season, and we're talking not only the tornadic conditions, but the potential for damaging winds and large hail too. So a reminder, you can always get the latest weather updates anytime, anywhere. All you have to do is just download the Fox Weather app at foxweather.com.
Steve, thanks. It's sunny and 65 in San Diego, mostly sunny 85 in Dallas. How about the Midwest? Well, it's mostly clear, 82 degrees in Indianapolis, Oklahoma City, some sunshine at 83. In Philadelphia, partly cloudy, 74, and here in New York, mostly clear sky, 73 degrees.
Updating you every 15 minutes with the latest headlines. I'm Peter Ducey, and this is Fox News Headlines 24/7.
Testimony. I'm Tom Regani, Fox News. Former President Donald Trump's hush money trial in New York is expected to move to closing arguments following Memorial Day weekend. Fox's Lydia Ruiz.
We finished the cross-examination of Bob Costello this morning. He is, of course, the attorney who at one point was advising Michael Cohen. And Costello was important because he said at the time that Cohen told him Trump had nothing to do with the payments to Stormy Daniels and the non-disclosure agreement. And of course, that flies in the face of what Cohen testified to before the jurors in this trial. And today, prosecutors tried to undermine the credibility of Costello, honing in on emails that suggested that he had an interest that really aligns more with the former president, to suggest that Costello's interest was really now to help the former president in this trial.
Trump is facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to cover up so-called hush money payments made by Cardinal film actress Stormy Daniels behind a story about an alleged affair prior to the 2018 election. The Biden election campaign travels to New Hampshire with a new approach to talking about inflation. Fox Business Network's Orange reports.
The word they're using here is costs, not prices. So the president is working to lower costs for some smaller groups, but not lower prices overall. That's not in the narrative here. Now, the president's blamed pretty much everything on inflation, and now he's back around to blaming companies. And the president blaming companies for that inflation. In fact, Fox Business has obtained a memo from the White House, and that memo says this, quote, as major corporations, many seek record profits overcharge the American people, in some cases keeping prices elevated despite inflation falling. President Biden is taking unprecedented action to deliver relief for middle-class families. Overall prices are up 19% since the month President Biden came into office.
9% when he took office, but it was 1.4%.
It's time to take the quiz.
5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course listen to the quiz at thequiz.fox.
Fox News Headlines 24/7. Sirius XM Channel 115. Every 15 minutes, news, sports, business, weather, and what's trending. The latest headlines continue right now.
companies work with a PACT Act, funding for veterans exposed to harmful chemicals and burn pits while on active duty. It says that VA healthcare has been expanded.
Today, toxin-exposed veterans are served during any country, not just the war in Iraq and Afghanistan can promote.
The president was saying that one really claim would be granted through the PACT Act, paying out a total of $5.7 billion. A rare unity between Secretary of State Antony Blinken and House Speaker Mike Johnson. They say the International Criminal Court is wrong to seek arrest warrants against Israel's Prime Minister and Defense Minister for what they say are war crimes in Gaza. Fox's Trey Yingst has the latest from Tel Aviv.
Backlash to the ICC decision to seek arrest warrants for Israeli leaders continues today. Israeli officials from across the political spectrum speaking out, condemning yesterday's announcement. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant slamming the ICC, calling the move disgraceful, adding that Israel does not recognize the authority of this international body. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also spoke out about the ICC decision, calling it a complete distortion of reality. These complaints were echoed overnight by President Biden, who said in a statement the ICC move was outrageous.
A panel of judges will decide whether to issue the arrest warrants and whether the case proceeds. If they go through, the warrants could make it difficult for Israel's Prime Minister to travel abroad. The Israeli communications minister is ordering the government to return a camera and broadcast equipment it had seized from the Associated Press. The government has seized the equipment from a location in southern Israel after accusing it of violating a new media law by providing images to the satellite channel Al Jazeera. The Biden administration, journalism organizations, and an Israeli opposition leader condemned the Israeli government and pressured it to reverse the decision. I'm Tom Rigotti. This is Fox News.
Fox News headlines 24/7, 5 and 35 past every hour. The latest in sports is coming up next.
This is SiriusXM Radio.
News, sports, business, weather, and what's trending. This is Fox News headlines 24/7, SiriusXM channel 115.
Well, you're probably not going to want to meet these Mets. We get more now in sports at 35 past. Live in Los Angeles, here's Joe Morgan. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Tom. Let's head to the Diamond as the Mets fell to the Guardians again. Cleveland beat New York 7-6 today to take the first 2 games of the 3-game series. In the 6th inning, David Fry gave the Guardians a 3-run cushion. Hit high in the air, deep right field. Mark's heading back over the track at the wall. He leaps up. It's gone! A home run! David Fry with a pinch hit 2-run homer. That was courtesy of Valley Sports Cleveland. New York has now lost 9 of the last 12 games and will look to avoid the sweep on Wednesday. Sorry, Tom. It's been a couple of weeks.
It's been really rough, but we didn't have high expectations going into this year either, so there's that.
There you go. That's something. The Twins jumped all over the Nationals for a 10-0 win today. Minnesota allowed